Hello there, and welcome to another episode of Life is an Art podcast with me, Maggie. Today, we're gonna start things out differently. Today, I have a story time for you. The other day, I decided to buy a mic for my podcast. It's been a long project coming, and I can tell you for a fact I am that person who values food more than anything. Like when it gets to like my life, I would easily buy a meal costing $2,000, 2,000 shillings, but I will never I will struggle trying to buy something for myself like furniture, like something like even a microphone or even a shoe or a trouser or a dress or an outfit in general. I can easily spend on a good time. And when I say a good time, for me a good time is good food, a good adventure, but not on like something that's gonna last longer. And yeah, so I've been struggling to buy this microphone, not because I didn't have money, but because of how my priorities are set. And yeah, so we finally got a microphone. Maybe you hear from the sound. I'm trying to figure out the sound techniques. And yeah, so for your story, I got the microphone. I bought it from an online store called Kilimall, and they shipped it in a day. I went for it. I was so excited to start my podcast with a new sound, and I decided to I went and got the mic. I was so excited from a night shift to just ran, got the mic. I came home, I tested it out. I was having a panic moment because I inserted it to my phone and I could not hear myself, and I didn't realize it's because it's not an earphone. Like you can't, so I was panicking like this thing is faulty. Now I have to deal with return policies and all those things. But thank God I was the one who was doing it all wrong. Then here comes the funny part. Then I got a cold, a very bad cold. It started off with a sore throat, and I lost my voice completely. I was speaking like, "Hi, how are you?" Like it was so bad. And I just got a new assignment at work that requires me to deal with a lot of talking. And the very first day of job of relocation, I don't have a voice. And I struggled with hot water, some concoctions, and all those things. So here's the mic. I can't record a podcast, and I got a location that I have to use my voice. It was so frustrating that I had to force myself to go to the hospital. And when I went to the hospital because of this new assignment, I was so scared of just taking a sick off, and I told the doctor was like, you need to take a sick off because you have a productive cough, and it's not good to be around your coworkers when you have this kind of a problem. So just take a few days off, just. And I was like, I don't think I need a few days off. I just need some medication, and I'll be back on track. And she was like, are you serious? And then we continued talking about my symptoms, and then I was like, okay. Then she sent me to the lab where I got some samples withdrawn, and then I went back to her and I was like, okay, you're right, I really need a sick off. I can't work like this. And yeah, and mentally I was also tired, mentally and also physically. And now to add on top of it, some now this dilemma of like, should I take a sick off? I have a new assignment. Is it gonna show that I'm not serious with my work? It was a whole like roller coaster, if I may say so. I got the sick off. I took only 2 days, and yeah, and by the third day I was so ready to go back to work, and not giving. So that is my story time. So now I'm back. My voice is back, at least down 90%. And I had missed this platform. I daydream of making podcast every single day, talking about different topics. But today, one topic that stands out for me the most is something that I call having a lazy day. You just need to have a lazy day when it comes to adulting. Adulting is hard, and there's nothing that feels good or guilty than taking a rest or just having a lazy day. We all feel like we need to be doing something all the time. You just want to do something. You just want to look productive. You just want to feel productive. But there's nothing wrong with just taking breaks. Because I know that one or two of you, or me, we've gotten to a point where we have had like a mental breakdown or a physical breakdown or emotional breakdown. Like I saw this meme or reel on Instagram. Oh, by the way, you can follow me on Instagram at Life is an Our Podcast, shameless plug, anywho. And there's these two people, this like normally when you go for those city tours and you have a tour guide like in Mombasa and the and they was and it was showing someone it's like hi, this is what burnouts look like, and then the tourist is like taking pictures and they're like, oh, so do you look like burnouts, tired and fatigued? And that was so funny though. So I just want to say there's nothing wrong with taking a lazy day. I personally have been doing a lot of those this year because this year has taken a real big toll on me. And having lazy days and off days is something that really helps me renew my energy, renew my life energy, and all that. But the other day I was like hoping that we could talk about like what to do when you're feeling like when you don't want to do anything. Like what do you do when you don't want to do anything, when you're having a lazy day? What are some things that you want to include in your day so that you can have a productive lazy day? Yeah, so stay tuned. First of all, there's nothing wrong with taking a lazy day. I want us to understand that part. It's perfectly okay to have a lazy day, and you should not feel guilty when you have that lazy day, when you don't feel like doing anything. First thing first, make sure you take a rest. Make sure you take at least 8 hours of a good sleep. Take time to rest, because I know with this working environment you're required to be at work at certain time. Like for instance, my shift is 7 to 7, so that's 12 hours a day. Yes, and when you do not take care of yourself or do not allow yourself to rest, you can easily break down from a 12-hour shift. And that's what I'm saying. Like when I'm having a lazy day, I ensure that I take rest and feel and take a guilty free rest. Okay. So the second thing that you should consider when what to do when you don't feel like doing anything, give yourself some self-love. Give yourself some love. Eat a lovely breakfast, do a skincare, do some yoga, some workout, like just give yourself some love, yeah. Change your clothes, do something that makes you feel like you love yourself, something for you. Give yourself some love, because sometimes this life is so hard and the world is moving so fast and there's not much love going around for people to give. So if you don't give yourself some love, then don't expect to feel the love from the world, because things are moving so fast. So take this time to give yourself some love, to appreciate yourself, to like tell yourself all the good things that you've been doing and how well deserved this day is. And there's nothing, I repeat, nothing wrong with it. The third thing we want to do is stop consuming content that make you feel worse about yourself. I know. I am a victim of this. Like right now, I'm not gonna lie, even like I'm so consumed into the interior decor situation, and I'm in the middle of trying to create a space for myself where I can be healthy, productive, and feel motivated every single day. And not being in a financial position where I'm willing to take all those finances into furnitures and all those things, I have found myself feeling bad about myself and about everything because my space doesn't look the way I want it to look, or the way Instagram or YouTube or the social media makes you feel like your place should look like. And it goes the same for you because people put the highlights of their day on Instagram, on Facebook, or any social media platform that you follow. No one puts the hard times. It's really hard to see someone say having putting them falling down, or them having a breakdown, or people just put highlights in their life. And when you're having a breakdown and you're feeling unproductive or things are not working out for you, and then you go on Instagram and everybody's traveling, everybody's having them a meal of their lives, everybody's going to restaurants, people are going to like it's and when you look at your life at that particular moment, you're not doing those things that everybody is doing, so it makes you feel bad about yourself. So you should be careful about the content that you want to consume when you're having a lazy day or when you don't want to do anything, so that you don't have this guilty pleasure that you're gonna feel, guiltiness that you're gonna feel about about your life. And everybody has their own timings, and things are gonna work out in your timing. So do not compare yourself, avoid comparing yourself with people on social media. Consume content that make you feel uplifted, that make you feel like you want to do something about your life, that you want to change something about your life, that you want to like increase your value to yourself. Another thing that you should consider. Okay, this is like so me. It's so easy for you to just focus on all the things that are not going right in your life right now. It's so easy for you to feel like I need, like, things are not working out, like I'm not doing this, I'm not getting this, I'm not saving this, I'm not all this negativity. But I'm gonna say something, like when you don't feel like doing anything, the last thing you want to do to yourself is weigh yourself down with negativity. Shift your focus. I like to say that taking walks and having a nice cup of coffee, or putting yourself in an environment that makes you feel better about yourself, makes you feel energized, fills you with energy, because the universe generates the energy that you give to it. If you give the universe negativity as your energy, it will give you back negativity. So you want to make sure that you put out a lot of positivity out there. And if you don't feel positive inside, go to environments that would normally make you feel good about yourself, that will make you feel, shift your focus from a negative perspective to a positive perspective. Talk to your friends, talk to your family, surround yourself with people with that good energy. And yeah, and then that's gonna help you really have a, a good renewal of energy, because normally when we take these lazy days, we're trying to see whether we can renew the energy that we have deep inside. Okay, the last one, having given you all these tips about what to do when you're having a lazy day, I would love to hear what you do when you're having a lazy day. What makes you feel like that's when you don't want to do anything. And I want to repeat this, there is nothing, absolutely nothing wrong with sleeping in when you're feeling tired. You need to renew that energy, because I will be talking about something related to this on the next episode. But I hope you learned something from this episode, and I hope you're going to share this episode with someone you feel like this would be very beneficial to them. like it wherever you find this podcast, and I will see you on my next episode. Thank you so much. Remember, this is life is an art, and you're the artist of your life, and you decide what you want to see at the end of that canvas. Is going to be your masterpiece or just any other piece. You decide. Thank you so much.